Yeah, Mick. Okay. Well, all right, fellas. Let's go. Anyway, I apologize for the frivolity. Anybody watching, if you have any questions or comments, put it up. Eddie, get out of my beer. If you have questions or comments, put it up on a screen. If you'd like to be part of the video, let me know, and I'll send you the link. Eddie is nosy, man. Eddie, you're getting all up in my business here, aren't you? Anyway, so I did get after a little bit later start for a few reasons. But I really needed to drink this beer. I've got from Banter Brewing. I've got their Foggy Prophet, described as a hazy IPA with coconut notes. Uses the Sabro hops, which will give you coconut-like notes. Let me show you that how beautiful that pours. See, as you can see, it is hazy, but it's not murky. Using my Banter glass here. Ballroom Blitz, Ballroom Blitz, Ballroom Blitz. All right. So they do another version, or they just recently did another version of this called Foggy Prophet Dark Mist. Where it's basically the same base beer that they add a dark malt profile to. It's absolutely gorgeous. But I did a video for that beer, and I hadn't done one for this, so it's one of the reasons why I decided to go with this one today. But among those coconut notes, yeah, you do get all those usual hazy IPA, all the usual hazy IPA suspects, meaning the tangerine or orange like those. I get more tangerine than orange, but they are similar. You may find some grapefruit in there as well, but I really get a lot of orange here. Stone fruit. I also feel like I'm picking up some stone fruit. In this case, I'm getting more nectarine than anything else. Reminded me of the old Kern's Nectars, if some of you are of a certain age that remember those from the 70s. The Kern's Nectars, yeah. They were in all the stores back in the day. Yeah, they were very popular with the health food crowd in the 70s, 60s, and 70s, especially in California, I guess. I know Dad always carried them on his truck. A certain crowd always bought those. The Kern's Nectars, yeah. Anyways, anyways, I digress. Ballroom Blitz. Oh god, that is good beer. I do get a lot of orange or tangerine here. You might find some grapefruit, but am picking up more citrus, more of the orange citrus or tangerine citrus than grapefruit. Um, Again, also I'm feeling that stone fruit note in there as well. But yes, the aromas, especially right near the finish, you'll pick up some of those coconut-like notes. They can be subtle, but they are there. Oh, mercy, Percy. I did get off to a little bit later start. And well, I mean, I could have done a video when I got home, but then we watched a movie, and it was a little bit over a 2 hour movie. And it took me a little bit to get going. Too drunk to drive drunk. The great Joe Louis Walker in the background, if you can hear it. I saw him many years ago, many years ago, at a club in town called Nathan P. Murphy's. It was a long time. Good 20 years, maybe more than that. The great Joe Louis Walker. Too drunk to drive drunk. Too drunk to drive drunk this time. Too drunk to drive drunk this time. You like this no more. Ah, great tune anyway. That's a great song, man. I don't care who you are. Anyways. Yeah, I just decided I could have saved this for tomorrow, to be honest with you, but I don't typically drink on Sundays, and hell, I'm already up, and it's late. It's late. I'm tired. I just don't care no more, man. anyways, anyways, yeah, what the hell? Well, it's only 2 pints worth. I might as well pop it. You ain't driving out of here like this no more. I'm not a huge fan of the hazies, to be honest with you, and I'm kind of on record as saying that. But yeah, every once in a while, one sounds good. I got to admit that I do like what Banter is doing with them. But the truth is, I do miss a great West Coast IPA. There seems to be a little misconception, though, or misunderstanding, I guess, about what a West Coast IPA is. Some will uh, refer to a West Coast IPA as that big citrus or big grapefruit and pine IPA. But then again, what really got started getting called a West Coast IPA is when you had, oh gosh, that's good, had more of the San Diego based breweries do more of that, that tropical fruit salad IPA, right? You had similar flavor profiles to the hazy, but they were nice and clear. You had these big tropical fruit notes, sometimes a lot of grapefruit as well, but you didn't have that pine note. Or you didn't have that huge pine note, I guess. And they were the first to really use the mosaic and that type of IPA, or those type of hops in an IPA. But again, that now it used to be real clear what a West Coast IPA was, but now it's been kind of muddled depending on what generation I'm talking to. Folks my age view it a certain way. As I talk to folks in their 30s, they see it a different way. So is it a San Diego IPA? Is it a West Coast? But again, what was generally referred to as a West Coast isn't that Cascade kind of IPA. It was more of that, again, more of that Mosaic, Galaxy, Calypso kind of thing. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Bottom line for me, I miss an IPA that tastes like an IPA. I get a little tired of a beer being called an IPA that really isn't an IPA. I don't really feel like hazies are a true IPA. They don't feel like an IPA. They don't drink like an IPA. They only call it an IPA because it sells beers. They don't have the flavor profile of a traditional IPA. So I guess it just depends on, again, your background and what's in a name. And I miss an IPA tasting like an IPA instead of tasting like fruit juice. Isn't that a great IPA, Tom? It tastes just like an Orange Julius. Well, if I want an Orange Julius, I'll go drink me an Orange Julius. Anyway, I digress. Bottom line, though, yeah, having said all of that and going around the barn, this beer is absolutely just gorgeous. So they do have a flagship IPA there at Banter called their Iron Gospel, which gives those big tropical fruit notes. But I love the different direction that this one takes you. Right, it does give you, again, you get a lot of that nice citrus. Again, for me, I guess some stone fruit in there as well. So it is juicy. However, again, you get those coconut like notes that kind of take it a slightly different direction. So there you go. Ugh. Oh, mercy, Christy. Anyways, I digress. I digress, man. I am John the Beer Whisperer, Beer Evangelist, Beer Drinker, Beer Wisdom Man. It's got a nice finish, though. It really does. Almost feels like you feel like you get just maybe a hint of corn zest, maybe a little bit of grapefruit zest right at the end. It just kind of cleans up beautifully. Anyways, I digress. I am Tom the Beer Whiskey Beer Evangelist, prolific drinker, pervert wisdom, and around good guy. Cheers, guys. Have a good one.